Welcome back to Screamers. A couple of days late this week, but there was just so much to digest. We had to take an extra few days to prepare. The season's ended.
I miss it already.
The 14 teams for next season have been decided. The champions of Europe have been crowned. We are still waiting on the FA Cup. But apart from that, it's done.
Oh, and World Sevens.
Oh, of course, World Sevens. Shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
So Jessie and I had a lovely sunny Sunday afternoon. Well, 12:30 kickoff at Charlton at the weekend for the relegation, promotion, whatever we're calling it, WSL Playoff. Have we come up with a new name?
Didn't someone suggest to us the WSL Who, which I think sounds better than the Playoff, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, as it was put everywhere around the valley.
Yeah, I like WSL Who. And WSL Who, it's Charlton.
For those of you who haven't caught up on the news. I mean, you made friends on it. I was a bit late because of who I am.
Who you are fundamentally.
Fundamentally who I am as a person. And you made a pal, hadn't you? I think there was a lot of first-timers there to watch Charlton, which was quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they absolutely smashed their recent record attendances. And I think it was their highest attendance since 20 years ago when they were doing big things and having FA Cup glory and First Division football. But yeah, I got chatting to a very lovely man who, it was his first women's game. And he was saying, I'm not even a football fan. I'm just a Charlton fan. Like, all I do is just come to Charlton every other weekend and that's all. Don't pay attention to football. But I think he got the bug by the end of it.
I did get the sense there were a lot of Charlton men's fans who were coming for their first game, which then meant by the time it was sort of creeping towards extra time and creeping towards penalties, there was a lot of Charlton men's fans being like, well, same old shit, I guess. We never do it the easy way, do we?
No. However, they might have done it the hard way, but they still did it.
They did it the Whitehouse way. I mean, it was such a hot day to be playing such an important match. And you could really tell by sort of the second half when Leicester obviously had the ability to bring on the golden oldies with all their experience at winning big matches, and Charlton just looked absolutely knackered.
Well, also for Charlton, their season ended a good few weeks ago, so they also weren't as presumably match fit as Leicester should have been, given that the WSL ended only last weekend.
Yeah, the longer it went on, it did feel like we thought Leicester might nick it with something quite scammy in the end.
Yeah, it had Rachel Williams' last minute winner written all over it. But I thought in the first half, Charlton were definitely on top and really seemed to have the edge.
Yeah.
It was just maintaining that level, which they struggled with. And then those Leicester subs, you kind of thought they might do something. But they didn't. And they were brought on quite early as well. So it was a bit weird where they were brought on, weren't really making much of an impact. They had some good chances, but just couldn't finish anything, really.
Yeah. Hannah Kane looked very pissed off when she came off. It was the first time I've seen Leicester in person under Rick Passmore, and I would say maybe not a single one of those players like him. Seeing his pitchside demeanour, I can understand why, because just came across as a bit of a prat, to be honest.
Pretty clapped vibes there.
Yeah, not least because he just had his shirt, he had a weird reverse French tuck going on with his t-shirt, looking like the worst PE teacher you've ever had.
Rick, this is WSL Who. Why have you got your shirt tucked in at the back and not the front?
It was such a weird choice.
Sorry, t-shirt, your strange Leicester t-shirt.
Yeah, there was just kind of bad vibes coming from the Leicester bench as well. We spotted about 2/3 of the way through. Obviously, there's been so much chat about new rules coming in on how many coaches you should have, and there should be women on your coaching staff, and then you're just looking at the sea of men associated with Leicester and one girl carrying water bottles. You're like, oh, this is just all a bit...
It was all a bit icky.
Yeah.
Which made it even sweeter when Charlton managed to drag the game to penalties, essentially.
Well, they were robbed of a great goal by an
By
inch
a
of shirt
minimal
sleeve.
offside. Yeah, that would have been just stunning. It was an amazing strike. And then the deflection was headed in, but it was so tight.
But yeah, they dragged it through to the penalty, and cometh the hour, cometh the penalty hero. You wouldn't want anybody else in that situation other than Sophie Whitehouse, because not only the skill at saving penalties, but the shithousery you need in that situation as well.
She did fly a bit close to the sun with getting a yellow. I was oh no.
I was trying to figure out if that was it shithousery or had she just forgotten to read the water bottle note. I wasn't sure. And I loved the bit where Katie Keane just then noticed that she was getting it right after referring to the water bottle, the Leicester keeper, and then just threw it into the stands, which was incredible keeper to keeper battle.
But then the water bottle was passed back down to Sophie Whitehouse from the Charlton staff in the stands. So yeah, you can't defeat the power of the water bottle.
I saw a close-up of the water bottle. It is really informative.
It was so detailed.
Yeah, it was so good.
I would not want that chucked halfway up the stands, to be honest. But I was like, Katie Keane already pulling moves like that at 19 years old.
Katie Keane also made some good saves.
Yeah.
I mean, any penalty saves, to be honest,
exactly.
is amazing.
It was definitely like the goalie's shootout, wasn't it?
I think Katie Keane should get snapped up by a WSL club, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see.
She's only young. She's
19.
Yeah, but there's a lot of promise there, I think, and I think she'd be a really good acquisition, as Leicester, I do think, could go into a little bit of freefall. But after our lovely, sunny, very hot afternoon at the Valley, we then raced up to Hackney to catch the other big football event of the day.
I'd just like to say I was watching both of these from Greece on the iPad.
Aren't you incredibly committed to the intent of women's football?
Yeah, I am, yeah. It's actually more
really
because
capture the conviction.
we were 2 hours ahead. So like that day I was like, actually, I'm just going to watch 2 football games lying on my bed. And I did.
That sounds amazing.
It was.
Phone time on bed on holiday.
Especially the Charlton game, for me, was a bit boring during the 90 minutes. But then it really got exciting, which was perfect for me. And then, the Champions League final.
Yeah, it was another great event organised by Baller. Tony Duggan was there, your mate Tony Duggan.
Yeah, I saw that. I was actually really gutted that I couldn't come.
Yeah, it was Tony Duggan and Izzy Christiansen doing a little Q&A.
Was it about playing in Europe? Was that what they were talking about?
Yeah, and I guess because one of
Leon and Barcelona, it was quite fitting.
Yeah, neither of them predicted the scoreline correctly in the end, did they?
No, I think Tony said 2-0 to Barcelona. She was halfway there.
That's what it should have been. It was like a complete demolishment. Like when I was watching the first half, I would never have thought it was going to be 4-0.
I know, the first half was shite. I mean, I was really just rooting for the concept of Norway because I had no real skin in the game for either team. How much Bonmetti and Patry slagging off Norway and the final being held there as if it's like the back of beyond was quite irritating. They're on teams and no Norwegian players. I'm like, what are you doing by talking so much shit about it? But I was hoping for a good match, but the first half did not deliver on.
No, I feel like I was kind of drifting away in the first half. I was like, this is such poor quality for a Champions League final. I was like, neither of you are playing at all imaginative or interesting or exciting football, and it's just messy. It was almost scrappy. Like, I know we'd just been at Charlton Leicester, but I was like, I'm not seeing anything like wildly different.
Yeah.
And then from about 60 minutes, then Barcelona were like, oh yeah.
Payet finally broke the curse of winning the Golden Boot, but not ended up on the losing team. Salma's goals were fantastic.
They were unreal, and I've definitely been guilty of not rating her that highly at times, but I think in that game she really showed what she can do, because at times I just think, oh, she's very pacey winger, she's got a great shot, but her decision making isn't always there. But I just thought she was so good. She was making the right decisions. She just was on fire.
It's also so easy, I think, with that Barcelona team when they have this ever turning wheel of new young talent to forget how young they are. She's only 22 and is already kind of you're 5 phases back in terms of players that have broken through. So it's like watching Lily Johannes for Lyon. She kind of reminds me of how LJ played about 2 years ago, and you forget that she's still really young because she broke through so young. But it's that kind of has the moments of magic, but doesn't necessarily have the consistency off the ball and can do the work but doesn't do it the whole time. And I think in a few years Lily Johannes will be amazing. Which player would you switch, do you think, to improve the other from Lyon and Barcelona?
I think Barcelona could do with a Basha.
Yeah.
Because I think they're really good attackers, but they're often quite woeful at the back.
Yeah, but I'd say with Honor, she kind of has
she's coming to Arsenal, so
well, yeah, Basha can replace her. I would maybe give Barcelona Eula Brand.
Yeah,
I think she could do a bit of a job for them. Not that they need any more goals, but that would be fun to watch, I think. And then who can Lyon have? They've got such good goal scorers and creative players. I wonder if we give them like Tanner to like settle things a bit in the middle of the park, but like also create.
Yeah.
They had a few good chances, but they weren't like.
That's definitely where they're relying a lot on Lily Johannes to do that in the middle of the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's Lindsay Heaps is leaving anyway, but like is a very different kind of player. Is not doing that work really. So you're putting a lot through one person who then, like, if you get it through to De Mornay, and who can create so much for others as well as for herself, but it's like that missing link
in the middle. Yeah.
Which player would you sign for your clubs? I mean, we know we can't have Ona Batcher because we know she's coming to Arsenal already.
I'll take Alexia.
Sorry, hang on. Who's that? Has just kicked the door down? I think it's Michelle Kang saying absolutely bloody not. I think I'd take Basher. I think.
Yeah,
so quality.
she's so good.
I mean, like, obviously the attackers at both of those teams are better than Liverpool's attackers, but we're all right there, but we don't really have many promising fullbacks. So I'm like, come do a job for us, please. Come on.
She really can do a job like at both ends of the pitch. So I just think,
yeah, I'm sure there's a tempting offer in there somewhere for her. As Maya mentioned, the season has now ended, pending the FA Cup and World Sevens, which I guess we're bundling into the season. But with the WSL, the WSL 2, the playoffs, the Champions League all out of the way, I reckon now is a very good time to take a look back over the year, or as much of it as we can remember, and do a little end of season review. What do you think, guys?
Let's.
First off, how would you rate your team's season? How have Arsenal's season been?
Ours has gone in the shape of like when you draw a wave. Because we started really slowly, then we got exponentially better and actually quite good. Mm-hmm. And then we crested, sadly, a few crucial weeks before the end of the season.
Yeah.
Being knocked out of the FA Cup, the Champions League, draw with Brighton. So we kind of, petered off without much sort of fanfare.
I think that Arsenal women made the ultimate sacrifice to the benefit of Arsenal men, because you gave City the...
Two things can't be true at once. Yeah,
exactly. You gave City the title with the draw, and then they gave you the title with the draw.
Yeah.
So next season, hopefully it's the other way around.
That was a nice deal. Thanks, guys. But yeah, next time. I think basically, like we've said millions of times, we lost crucial points where we shouldn't have done. So our draw with Spurs, a draw with Aston Villa, 2 draws with Man U, draw with Brighton. That was points that we actually shouldn't have been losing. And we Champions Cup aside, which we all know is not real silverware.
What?
Oh my God. Are you feeling all right?
Front page news. We didn't win any silverware, which I actually think is a really disappointing season for Arsenal.
That must be the first season in a while there's not been any silverware.
Yeah, because we've often been able to fall back on the Subway Cup.
Yeah, true.
But we
got never the Subway Cup, actually, only the Conti Cup.
The Conti Cup,
You never touched the Subway, those green and yellow ribbons.
And you never will, actually. You'll never get the chance to. You're not going to be in it.
Oh, of course, yeah, we're not going to be in it.
Well, you might be.
True,
Is it the 4th place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not in my plans for Arsenal next season.
All
a 4th
right.
place finish.
Let Renee know.
To be honest, I have been at times really impressed with Arsenal this season, and we have looked sort of unplayable at times.
Yeah.
But it has been inconsistent. So I think overall, it's not the season I hoped it was going to be. Because I think, a season is successful if you get silverware, and we didn't. If you're Arsenal and that's your ambitions, and you've just won the Champions League, and you have the bench that we have and the squad that we have. So I think, unfortunately, it has been a bit of a damp squib.
Yeah, I think that's fair, because it wasn't really like a transition season or a rebuild or anything, was it? It was a kick on.
Lord knows it should have been, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But we flogged a dead horse, and Kel surprise, it didn't work out. I was sort of driven a bit crazy by the heat. I probably wouldn't usually put it in such a stark way.
I am enjoying it. I really hope they clip this up and use it as like motivation for the players next season. Just like in one of those team meetings, just want to really like crap projector
We
at the
flogged a
front.
dead horse and it didn't work.
This actually is what Arteta does, right? Like he plays TikToks on the big screen of the men's. Like, oh my God.
Maybe that's what Renee should be doing.
I cannot see Renee stooping to such levels, unfortunately.
I'm with you. She's too dignified.
What about you, Anna? How's the season ratings?
So for Forest, I feel like there's nothing to really complain about. It is tough when you have such a strong start to a season and then it really fizzled. But then kind of to end on a bit more of a high with like a couple of good results was nice. Obviously, Carly Davies has just been sacked. So
Did they give a reason for that?
not that I have taken into my brain anyway.
Because it does seem wild to be quite solidly safe in the league in your first season post-promotion and
Yeah.
jack your manager in.
I mean, I think it's this kind of balance of the ambition of the club to be promoted. Like, they were quite savage as well in the promotion, like clearing out loads and loads of players, signing loads of players. And I think she's been good, but I do think this season could have gone a bit better, especially in the positions that we were in at certain points. I really like her, but I'm not like against that decision, to be honest. But I say, yeah, mid-table finish. So yeah, about 6 out of 10. Yeah.
And then how about Liverpool, Jessie?
Gazball.
You know that emoji, there's two emojis. You know the one that's the face just with no mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that one.
Or the one that's the transparent with the straight line mouth?
yes.
Love that girl.
That
too.
is, I think, Liverpool's season. Kind of,
To me, those are quite negative emojis, I have to say.
I think it's like a patience to me. Like, I'm just waiting to see how this comes. I think, it was always going to be difficult. The season started, obviously, sort of tragedy off the pitch, which would have had an impact on the players. And then the teething problems that came with adapting to Gazball, it was never going to be easy to go from, like, what was effectively kind of a bit of an improvised, approach every game to a quite specific style of play with players who weren't signed to play that. It was always going to be difficult. We eventually sort of got there. I think the ultimate low point was the 9-1 drubbing by Chelsea. I did think, I was like, oh my God, this season, this is just never going to get any better.
That was bleak.
Crazy.
Because I think we'd started to have some signs of like, it's starting to come together by that point. I think we'd drawn with Chelsea only a couple of weeks before that. We had a lot of games where it was like, we put in a good performance and we still lost. Or we put in a good performance and we snuck a draw or whatever. And I was like, okay, maybe after Christmas. And then that hit, and just before the break was like, shit. Again, we had some more signings. It was a sign of promise. So I think it was a gentle pace upwards. I don't think you can say it was a great season by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think it was a write-off. It was just kind of a...
And for you, it was a transition season.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, I wanted us to have another strong cup run, and we had another very strong cup run. We are like the only semi-finalist, I think, now from the last 5 years to have not made it to a final. So that's something we need to get over next season. So like, there was signs of promise. We eventually won, which is, also great, as a thing you kind of need to do. So it started creeping up, but I think it's next season we'll be able to see actually how much this work had an impact. Because if it's all for nothing next season, we're once again scrapping at the bottom, then it's a bit like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see.
But thinking outside of our own teams, what are we thinking in terms of team of the season? Obviously, the WSL put out their own official one, which provoked questions, fury in some quarters, including from Evie. Thank you for the best email subject line we have ever received, because the solo Kirsty Hansen PR team went into full force objecting to the exclusion.
For good reason.
Absolutely ridiculous that Kirsty Hansen was not on that team of the season. I don't know. I don't play EFC. I don't know what the metrics are.
No,
but
me
how
neither.
do you look at Kirsty Hansen's season and not put her in your team?
Yeah.
I totally agree. For me, I was surprised that McCabe was in and Emily Fox wasn't.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me.
But then thinking about if they're doing left back specifically, I was like, what other left back would I put in it?
Title winning captain Alex Greenwood?
Yes, obviously. But I wouldn't say she's been like mind-bogglingly amazing. Obviously, neither's McCabe, but...
Yeah, McCabe definitely hasn't been. And also, I was surprised no Russo, because I think she's had a barnstormer of a season.
I'll be honest, it did kind of feel like they were trying to be a bit representative across the league, but then just made some really weird oversights by dint of doing that. It was if you're going to pick an Arsenal player from this season, it's Russo.
Yeah.
You'll configure the team to make it fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you guys put together your teams of the season?
I've got a couple of spots with a few players contesting for the starting place.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I haven't got my final 11 because I'm, as you know, very indecisive and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
We could go player for player, you and I, and then maybe you can be the ultimate decision maker on our suggestions.
Sounds good.
And we can have the Screamers team of the season.
Yes.
Should we start in goal?
Let's start in goal. So I have chosen my goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But I also want to give a shout out to Annika Borber. 8 games, 6 clean sheets, 2 goals conceded.
That's so good.
I hadn't even clocked those were her stats. That's great. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like absolutely insane.
And she's still not been called up to the German national team, which is insane.
That's crazy.
I know. I saw she's with the under 23s and she's not even under 23, right?
No.
Boo. But my pick for a full season of great performances and a debutante in the WSL, Chiamaka Nnadozie.
I thought we might have the same goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, she's just come in and looked at home straight away. Her save rate is just unreal. She makes great saves. Sometimes she looks a bit risky, but it never really seems to go too wrong. She's not like howler every month kind of goalkeeper.
No.
She's been great, and I can't wait to see what she can do next season with a year of WSL under her belt.
She's just levelled up that Brighton team immediately. She's been absolutely fantastic. And you're right, there's been a couple of hairy moments, but I think that's part of adapting to a different league's pacing. That's an easy choice for you, first off.
Yeah, at this point, I'd just like to plug the masterclass that I filmed with her that you can see on YouTube.
I think it's linked in our bio as well. So
there you go. Hear all about her tips and tricks, the way she thinks about things and the way she prepares. And yeah, she's obviously very passionate as well. So I wholeheartedly agree with that decision.
I have to admit, I'm yet to watch it, but I really should, because whenever I get put in goal and 5-a-side,
yeah, it's super interesting.
It's intimidating, you
yeah.
know. And so I could do with some tips.
Defense wise, I've gone with a back 3. Simply just to make everybody I needed to fit into the team. Take note, WSL. I've gone for Viola Berman. I think has had such an incredible season. We could see it tail end of last season that she was going to be a shining star. But if Chelsea have any sense about them, they will build this team or that back line around her for years to come. She is, for such a young player, so confident, so composed, can be a threat at the other end of the pitch too.
Great head on her,
scores some fantastic goals. I just think that is a stalwart of the Chelsea defence for years to come if they handle that right. I've also gone for Toka Koga at Spurs.
Nice.
Again, I just think has been a real joy to watch. Has brought something new to that back line. Has been, again, adjusting to a new league and adjusting to a team that's very much at the start of the project, but I don't think has looked out of place at all. And I can't not put Alex Greenwood in, like...
Fairs.
As champion and captain of the Alex Greenwood Appreciation Society, I couldn't not put Alex Greenwood in the mix.
Okay, interesting. We've gone quite different routes. So I have decided that left and right doesn't exist or matter. So my fullbacks...
Okay, Lib Dem.
Let's just put everyone in the centre. So my fullbacks, I've got 2 right backs. They'll just have to fight between themselves.
Fair.
Dutch Queens, Lynn Wilms and Kirsten Kasperai.
Nice.
I just think Lynn Wilms has been so underrated this season. She's popping up with assist after assist after assist. And yeah, she's been really solid. And kind of same with Kirsten, but she obviously won the league. And she's done...
all right.
She's done all right. And everyone can see how great she is. And then I'm with you on Berman. She's been very, very good. Also appreciate Koga. I think she's been great. Very hard for my other centre-back. I'm between 2 very, very different players. One is Jade Rose.
Right, yeah.
Who I think, similarly to Koga, has kind of come into the league and just like maybe took a few games to get into things, but she's now like really established herself in the City's back line, which is a huge feat.
Yeah, can you remember that first game of the season when we went to watch her and it was like, oh, okay.
We were thinking she's going to take a while to get used to this league.
Yeah, but she did.
Yeah.
She did it. And yeah, she's been great. And then a bit rogue, but I think Lotte Wubben-Moy has really stepped up.
That is not who I thought you were going to say.
No. I've also got a lot of love for Maya Letizia, who has now played every single minute of the last 3 seasons.
I cannot believe that.
I don't love that United are trumpeting that as something
to be proud
to
of.
be proud of. That's a sign that you do not have a squad to rotate with. That no one should be playing every single minute of 3 seasons. That's insane.
Apart from maybe a goalkeeper.
Even then,
Chuck
him, like, give him a rest in a dead rubber. Like, it's not good for her to have played that much football.
Fair, but she kind of seems to be doing all right. You know,
Yeah.
if she hasn't missed a minute. But yeah, I think with my final back four, I'll go for Lynn Wilms, Kirsten Kasperai, Berman, and Jade Rose.
I'm
Impressed
amazed
me.
you didn't suggest Ruby Mace, because I feel like you're always the biggest defender of Ruby Mace on the pod.
Yeah, I really like Ruby Mace, but
She didn't make it this time.
No, I know.
make it. No, she didn't. She also didn't make it on the plane
True.
to the England camp, which hasn't happened yet.
So who are you? You've got to decide now. Are we a back three, a back four? Who's in
We're a
it?
back four.
Okay.
Here's the back four.
Okay.
Alex Greenwood.
Yep.
Centre back pairing of Jade Rose and Berman.
Yep.
Nice.
And then Kasperai.
Okay.
Yeah.
fair.
Right back.
I mean,
Lynn Wilms robbed, but
Sorry,
sure.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll take Kasperai.
yeah. I mean, when what's separating you is the WSL trophy, you go with the one that's got that in the
And
back pocket.
Kasperai has also been popping up with assists all season. So
Oh, I think
goals.
they've got the
And goals.
same amount of assists. They both got 7.
So yeah, Kasperai's got 3 goals as well. Then
Yeah. All right.
it's
That,
pretty good for a right back. Come
It's
on.
not bad.
I quite like my new role.
Yeah. Ultimate arbiter.
It does take a lot of concentration, I have to say.
What's your layout for the rest of the formation, Anna?
Oof. So I've kind of got this striker pairing.
Yeah.
I've got a 10, and then I've got another. God, it's not real formation.
Let's
but
do your
should we do the
midfielders.
midfield?
Yeah.
The midfield is a bit of a mess.
I do like the formation that Anna just described as.
I know that one.
I'm an early adopter.
Yeah.
Watch out! You'll see Gaz Taylor popping up with them.
World Cup
next
27.
season.
It'll be everywhere. It'll be every squad.
So I have 3 players that are fighting for one position or one spot, but I think I'm going to go with my love, my idol. You guys know how much I love her. I'm not sure if you're going to guess, but
I mean, currently all I can think of is Madley, and I'm pretty sure that's not.
genuinely so close. Genuinely incredibly close to Madley. I can't explain why. It's Blinky.
Oh.
Yeah.
But also, I want to shout out to Maisie Simons, who I think really flies under the radar for Brighton. She's just like very solid in that kind of defensive midfield role.
Yeah.
And then I also want to shout out your player, Jessie, Fuka Nagano.
She didn't quite make it into my 3, but she has once again been one of the solidest
tough.
parts of our team.
It's tough. She's been brilliant. But yeah, we'll go with Blinky for that central spot. And then I've got Ollie Holt.
Yep.
I've got Viviana Miedema.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think everyone can guess my 2 strikers.
I'll throw some midfielders into the mix. So I've gone for a 3 at the base. I put her in last year probably. I think I'll put her in my teams of the season until the end of time is Yui Hasegawa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
I'll take Yui.
Yeah, just like the ultimate metronome, and just keeps games moving and
Yeah.
keeps things happening in ways that it's so easy to, because she's so good, it's so easy to sort of not notice.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
moment she's not there, you realise her impact. Like those games that Sissy were playing when she was off at the Asian Cup, you do immediately notice the impact, even with really great players at City like Blinky,
Yeah.
like Lohman, the sort of,
Viv.
like
Yeah.
Viv. Yeah.
Like the rest of your...
Yeah, like the rest of the squad. But even amongst that, it's like taking Patra out of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Massive talent pool, but you just notice the impact immediately. It's not really her position, but I've got Jess Park and Olivia Holt as sort of dual
Yeah.
8s, kind of
Yeah. I like that.
smashing it and joining the team. Because I think Olivia Holt has just been incredible, like absolutely incredible, in a way that didn't feel like she was the star of that Spurs team, but it didn't feel like it was all about her as well.
Yeah.
I do think she was doing a lot to sort of raise that team up. And Jess Park has had the best side of the Manchester switch by far.
Yeah.
No, Maya, now
Well,
comes
how
you.
many can I have though? Because you've got a different number
Take
of
3.
forwards. Okay, I think we're going to have Hasegawa,
Yep.
Ollie Holt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jess Park.
Yeah, it's so hard to deny her.
I was really expecting you just to throw someone else in that we haven't said. Which you're more than entitled to do. Actually, guys, you both are wrong. It's this person. I'll do my forward sort of pack then. So
Yeah.
I've got a number 10, a number 9, and then 2 sort of Wide forwards, wingers, I don't know what. And I've realised looking at my formation, they're probably going to have to get back and do some defending as well. But I've got Kirsty Hansen on the left because, I mean, the Kirsty Hansen PR team is no longer one individual. I think it definitely counts all three of us as members. Villa have struggled at points this season and they've not made it easy for themselves. But I think Kirsty Hansen just always looks dangerous. She's always creative. She is always a threat. And also, I think she is such a good model to, I think, young players coming through because of the work rate. I don't think you could ever accuse Kirsty Hansen of half-arsing a game.
No.
On the right wing, in a very, very similar vein, and I've put her out right simply because she's played there occasionally, so it can work, is Kerry Holland.
Oh, great shout.
I think Kerry Holland has been the absolute beating heart of Liverpool this season. I mean, maybe if you look at like sheer numbers of goals and assists is maybe not what you want from someone who plays in a position, but I think you do not have a Liverpool team that has performed anywhere near as well, if I can say that, as a team that came 10th, anywhere near as well
At times.
as we have. I think she is so dangerous, so creative, can do things instinctively that there are players on our team who absolutely cannot do, but work so hard, and I think she's just an absolute lights out best player in the Liverpool squad. I think the world of her.
We can see.
And then I've got Bunny Shaw number 9 and Alessia Russo number 10.
Nice. I like that. I like that you managed to fit them both in, because I think with Arsenal not having achieved a lot on paper this season, it's easy to forget about Alessia. Also, she's obviously scored a decent amount of goals. I think she's broken her own personal record. But then when you've got Bunny putting 21 goals away, you kind of don't think about her as a striker so much. But her impact on that Arsenal team, it's like you were saying with Kerry and Liverpool, like the impact that she has. And with Spurs, like she just does so much to make that team tick. So I haven't chosen her. I've gone for Miedema in the 10 because I think we saw in the last few games of the season for City, and also in that FA Cup game against Chelsea, where they were not playing well for basically the first 90 minutes of that game.
Yep.
I just thought you could really see the gap that she had left. And I think she played such a key part in winning the title for that team. As Hasegawa is the engine, I would say Miedema is the spark or whatever, some shit like that. So I'm putting Viv. And then Kirsty Hansen, Bunny Shaw. I think Kerry's been great as well, but I just didn't think of her. And that kind of says it all.
It's always the same, isn't it? If you play for a team that's sort of like 7th and below, it tends to only be fans of your club that notices you. But justice for Kirsty Hansen, justice for Kerry Holland. So Mike, don't put both of them in the team now.
I can't because there's only 3 spaces left. So I'm going to go. Kirsty Hansen, she's in.
Yep.
Barney Shaw, gotta be.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to have to go Russo. I'm sorry,
I was
guys.
about to say, we're going to see the bias creeping through.
Yeah. No, I would go Miedema, but I just think Russo has just been like the light of this team the whole season. I can't not put her in.
So the one thing I will say about Miedema is you're right, she's been the spark of that City team so much this season, but she does still have the ability to ghost and I think have no impact on a game. Whereas I think Russo always manages to have
finds
some
a way.
impact.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Like she will always give you something.
She's very
I think
adaptable.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
So who's our team then, Maya?
Okay, so the team is Chia Nadozie at the back, Alex Greenwood, centre back pairing of Jade Rose, Vilda Berman, Kirsten Kasperai, Dutch Queen. The midfield is Hasegawa, Jess Park, Ollie Holt. And then the forwards are Kirsty Hansen, Bunny Shaw, Alessia Russo.
Fairs.
I mean, that's a terrifying prospect of a team, isn't it?
I support that team.
Yeah. I'll become a turncoat for that team, absolutely. But I guess after all that chat about players, it's probably a good time to talk about who of your breakout players of the season have been.
They're both in there for me. I think Jade Rose, simply also because when we saw her right at the beginning of the season, she seemed like she struggled in that first game we saw her in, and maybe a couple of others, but she has just gained in strength and become a really attacking defender, and I think a really creative player.
Yeah, the way she can step into the midfield
Exactly.
is like, so fun to watch.
She's very physical. She's very progressive.
Yeah.
She's fit into the City sort of style of play, that possession style, really well. Loved seeing her score her first WSL goal on the last game of the season.
Well, that feels like it really capped that
Exactly,
journey, didn't it?
Yeah. So for me, she's definitely been one of them. And then the other, for all the reasons that you've already gone over, is Viola Berman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I think we did see that at the starting last season, but this season she's really come into that, I think.
Yeah, she's had her opportunity and she's like taken it by.
It will be an inspiration to those like Chloe Selby, Lexi Potter coming through at Chelsea as well. Like, you know, you can establish yourself in this team as a young player. It's not beyond the realms of possibility.
Yeah, you look at Berman, captain.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I think mine is probably also somebody that we mentioned in terms of breakout is Olivia Holt.
Mm.
I think she joined the sort of the death throes of that Robert Villaman Spurs team, which just had no hope, no prospects, no joy, like just not a team you wanted to join. And I think that's the kind of, you know, you arrive into that energy, it can have an impact on you as a player at a club. But I think she has just become, like, if there's every match, she stepped it up. If you looked at her heat map for the season, I reckon every single bit of the pitch is probably red, because I don't think there was a single bit of the pitch I didn't see her pop up in at some point.
Yeah.
I think she's just been magnificent. And then I guess a sort of biased breakout would be Beata Olsen. And I will admit, hands up, that I was a bit like, huh? Okay, when we signed her, because, you know, didn't know much about her. And I am very glad to have been proven entirely wrong. About you, Anna?
I think I'm going to go with Freya Godfrey.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Obviously, first season in the WSL with London City Lionesses, and she stepped into that team alongside some really big names.
Yeah.
And yeah, just made that spot her own, and she's just has so much flair, so creative and bold and really fun to watch. And I'm looking forward to seeing her for England as well, hopefully, at some point.
In the words of Paris Hilton, she's sliving.
She's sliving in Bromley.
She's sliving. You can also watch the masterclass that I filmed with Freya Godfrey.
With Paris Hilton.
My God.
This is just playing into my hands.
We're
Thank
just
you for all the
promoting
plugs.
Maya's work.
I promise this wasn't planned, guys. I promise we have not done this deliberately.
It's actually Maya's amazing directing skills, where she's hand-picked these players
Exactly.
with her unreal ball knowledge.
Okay, play chat's done. What about broadly, sort of your favourite storylines from the season? What's been...
There's been some real good ones, I have to say.
There's been some tea.
Yeah. Well, two of my favourite ones, which are very wholesome, are the very recent Mary Fowler scoring on the year anniversary of her ACL.
Yes.
And winning me Screamer of the Week, let's not forget.
Yeah, let's not.
Most crucially. And also Lucia Kendall scoring her first Lionesses goal at the Southampton ground where she started her career.
Yeah.
You've gotten really wholesome.
Sorry. Also Tinker Tamberg coming and playing for her childhood club. Also very wholesome.
I'm sad that she didn't get a mention in our teams, but she's been also amazing and an amazing character.
Yeah. In a similar vein, Zara Shaw coming back from an ACL and scoring
Yes.
in the FA Cup against Charlton was a very similar. There has been actually, you're right, there's been a lot of wholesome moments
Very
this
sweet.
season.
I also loved the NWSL panic that Trinity Rodman might leave and writing a whole new rule.
A whole new rule, which no, we're not going to call it the Robin rule. No.
It's got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, she might tick all of the criteria, but that's just a coincidence.
I don't know if this is a storyline, but I really enjoyed Sonia Bonpastor's kind of descent into madness, especially highlighted by the post-match after that McCabe hair pull on Alyssa Thompson, where she whipped out, I don't know if it was even her iPhone or like someone else's phone. She was just like holding the phone up to her head. That wasn't even that long ago, but it feels like a legendary moment.
Yeah.
That is etched into the Woso history books.
I love the idea that it was just some fan leaning over showing it her on the camera and she went, right, let me take that with me.
The way it was like a tweet as well.
Yeah.
She was showing it on Twitter.
I mean,
It's like your manager's on the bench scrolling Twitter.
Sonia's rage has, I think, been one of my favourite bits of this year. I mean, your impression of her losing her mind at the Everton game. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the country this season who's experienced more head loss than she has.
Not even you.
She's right to, you know. She's right to. I know she's made some very questionable decisions at times, but her players have also been insane in front of goal they've had so many chances and missed them. It defies all odds, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, some could argue though, you know, you're assigned to win the Champions League and you failed to do that twice now, and also failed to win the league this time. So
She won the domestic treble last year. I think we can give her a little bit of a break.
no.
And one trophy this year.
I say that as the arbiter of this. No. No, it will be interesting to see what they come back with next season, wouldn't they? I love just having genuine jeopardy. I mean, obviously less so at points for the actual who's going to win the title, although City did look like they might let somebody back into it. But an actual race for the Champions League spots, and at the bottom, an actual relegation battle.
Yeah.
Every team, I think, was really important to the outcome of this season.
I think teams like Spurs and Brighton, and to a certain extent London City Lionesses, really stepping up this season and like creating a bit of competition and being able to take points off those top teams, definitely made the league much more exciting this season than it has been for a long time.
Yeah, and in a similar vein, I really like the new Champions League format as well. Just being able to watch lots of different teams.
Yeah.
I just thought was
Way
fun.
more fun.
We were blessed.
Way more interesting. And my last one, it's not wholesome, but just beers in the stands. I just bloody love pints in the stands.
Maybe it is wholesome, actually, because
Spin this for me.
if we think about drinking a crisp pint on a warm day as being a wholesome activity that you can share with friends, it means that people aren't being unwholesome at halftime, necking beers and getting
So
drunk.
unsightly.
So then everyone can really chicly sip at their pint.
Very true. It has reduced the awkward. I've just downed a pint in 3 minutes and now I'm like burping under my throat for the first 5 minutes of the match.
Unchic.
But long may it continue. It was quite funny watching all of the men's fans at the Valley at Charlton being like, I bought a soft drink, so I don't think I'll be allowed a pint in the stand.
Welcome to the Woso Well.
What have been your sort of best games of the season?
My big highlights were obviously like all of our big wins. So like beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, knocking them out of the Champions League, beating Man City at the Emirates. All those are very sweet. But the Chelsea Man City FA Cup semi-final, the recent one, with Man City's comeback, that was edge of your seat stuff.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
great.
I loved that. Oh, the Man City Chelsea game.
Oh, the 5-1.
The 5-1, the day of the Champions Cup.
That was one of my favourite games.
Carolyn
because it was
hat-trick.
So crazy.
That was crazy.
That was madness.
Were just tearing them
I think
to
that
pieces.
was that was sort of the first time that happened to Chelsea.
Yeah.
In so long. But since then, I think like Chelsea have started losing games now, which is kind of unlike what they've been like for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
But that was like the beginning.
Yeah. That was the you are not invulnerable anymore.
Exactly.
Because they had already lost to Everton by that point. But that was obviously a very different win.
Exactly. This was like an absolute demolition.
Yeah. Even when they've lost to Barcelona over the past couple of seasons in the Champions League, it's not been like that. That was tearing you apart limb from limb. I think my favourite game from the season, though, aside from Liverpool's first win, was the do you remember the Villa Spurs one?
That was down for me as
with
well.
all the goals.
Yeah.
7-3.
7-3, 10 goals in total.
Silly
And
stuff.
Spurs had 6 different goal scorers in that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, defending did die in that game.
Still quite fun though.
But still great to watch. I think a non-game highlight for me, there might be how many people fell for the Jessie switch that we posted on Instagram.
We're so good at
That's
April
so true.
Fools.
Are we too good though? Are we April Foolsing too close to the sun?
Never.
I don't know. We'll see next year what we can convince people to do.
Someone's listening right now being like, oh, that's why.
Not a highlight, but a very strange thing this season was seeing Ash Neville not in a Spurs kit. For the first time, even though she sadly did still score for Spurs in that first game out in Leicester kit, but still that was such bad luck.
I forgot she did that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so mad. I'm pretty sure there were her family turning up in Spurs shirts at the Charlton game. But it's not that funny though, is it? Actually, we need to get down to the nitty gritty of the season, which is the rampant head loss we all experienced at points. The only people that could rival Sonia in that respect.
Our most recent head loss, which I'd already forgotten, was Barcelona's defeat of Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
That's in my notes. Refereeing was shocking.
Justice for Pernilla Harder is all I can say on that.
Refereeing after the fact, absolutely not.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Obviously, my other huge head loss this season was the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did
You
really
were
lose it over
furious.
that. Yeah, I did lose it over that.
I mean, that was an insane decision.
it was absolutely cuckoo bananas.
Absolute joke. I just think that is going to continue to be a joke, and I guarantee it will be on our headloss list next season.
I just want no part in it this year because I just think you're all fucking idiots.
What part did you have in it last year?
Well, I don't want to watch it. Didn't you know I'm on the official jury? Sorry, I forgot to mention I actually voted for Bon Mati.
Oh, so this is regret. This is coming from a place of personal regret.
I mean, I'm just not even going to give it the airspace this year. I just think it's a load of rubbish.
I think Alexia will win, and I won't be mad about that.
I think if she wins, it'll be hilarious, and that's the only thing I'll accept, because those voters are only ever going to vote for Aitana Bonmati or Alexia Putellas, and fuck it, do it when Putellas is in Bromley. That's way funnier.
It's so funny, isn't it?
Just the state of refereeing, and we've talked so much about the structural reasons and what needs to change and what needs to happen to make it better, but like fundamentally it's just not good enough.
No.
And there have been so many times I was looking back through our group chat, the amount of just shouting in our chat about refereeing decisions, and it just shouldn't be this poor this frequently. It's not good. I'm getting my rage is peaking already just thinking about it.
There are two things that rattled me. Two things that I'm thinking of in my head, amongst probably thousands of things that have rattled me this season. One of them is £28.50 tickets to Chelsea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That has
Insane.
rattled not only my brain, but also all of the
Your bank account.
coins in my pocket
Your
that I'm
piggy
like
bank.
digging out of my piggy bank to try and go to Stamford Bridge.
Please, Mr. Bowley, I just want to watch the women.
Like, I know we want to grow the women's game, but can't you get money from rich people?
£28.50 for non-club level is, I have to say, a joke. Yeah.
£7 for the WSL Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And you're paying for the pleasure of going all the way to Fulham as well. They should be paying you.
And the other thing that has rattled me the most, I want to make a formal apology, actually.
Wow.
Oh.
Screamers first.
To
We never apologise.
I've never apologised to anyone, but I feel like I kind of owe this one to my love, JPH, for all of the anger that I have shown over the past season about fantasy WSL. There have been so many days of head loss, and I'm sorry.
I'd never noticed that on her, actually. You hit it very well.
We didn't think it
I
meant
have a
anything
problem,
to you.
but I think at least I can say I'm boycotting the official WSL one next season so that I can live a life of peace again.
But are you doing it for a principled reason or just because you can't deal
I
with the
can't
stress
do it again.
levels?
Well, that's for me to know.
Two more to check out. One of them we've already discussed, which was Rick Passmore's WSL Who outfit.
Ah, yes.
No, not acceptable.
Yuck.
And my other one might be controversial. Millie Bright. Just Millie Bright has rattled me so much
rattled me,
this
yeah.
season.
But she's rattled me,
Repeatedly.
but not in like, so across the Ballon d'Or, it was like boiling lava in my head.
Yeah.
Millie Bright is more like curling toes.
Yeah, it's more like somebody genuinely has shaken me and I don't know which way is up,
Yeah.
is what it feels like watching Millie Bright.
Literal rattle.
A literal rattle. I honestly am speechless. She makes me speak. Everything about her content journey makes
But I
me...
look forward to see what she's going to be doing next.
She is baffling to me.
Screamers listeners will never know the joy and pain of watching Honor's impression. One of the TikToks.
Maybe.
That was good,
It
wasn't
was
it?
so good, but it was horrible.
It was, it's maybe if enough of you ask for it.
Oh, it was the sexual healing one. The sexual healing remix.
If enough of you ask for it on Instagram, we might get Honor to reenact it and post that over the summer because it was a sight to behold. We could, oh my God, we could do you remember Stars in Her Eyes?
Yes.
We could do like a Woso Stars in Her Eyes, and you tonight, Michael, I'm going to be
You are
Millie
Millie
Bright.
Obviously, we know Ella Toon has got quite a pair of lungs.
Yeah, I think I can match her gusto.
Yeah.
That's about.
I think that's
about
all you
it.
need.
Yeah, there's no.
Maybe
singing
you could
going
do a bit of a Jen Beattie, Maya, with the Leah Williamson duet.
on. You know what? There's no
This
Glastonbury.
conversation is cringing me so much because it's making me remember all these horrible things that I've had to watch.
Oh my God! You can do as an encore though when they go one more song. Anne Hathaway, North London.
Oh, lest we forget. I think it's only right that we still check into our beloved Woso Community Noticeboard. And today has actually had some pretty seismic news breaking, which is not like nobody expected, but it's still massive. So we've seen a video from Alexia Putellas announcing her goodbye from Barcelona.
I think she heard us saying it needs to be an end of the walking into frame, sitting down, crying, because none of that.
Yeah,
None of that on show.
I have to say the video was really moving.
It was a really lovely video, to be fair. And also it's one that you could go back and watch and pick up all the different references. Because I can't remember what the line was, and then she looks up at the wall and it's they're blasting a photo of Jenny Hermoso up, and I'm like, oh, that's like quite nice to touches, but specifically the phrase that she came up on. It was a really well made video. I do wonder how long it's been in the works.
Yeah, but I liked it. They had obviously the fresh Champions League footage in it as well, and the soundtrack, Magnolias by Rosalia, an amazing song about like, you know, throwing flowers at me for my encore and like this is my last moment, and yeah, it was very well thought out.
Very well thought. It was really lovely. I mean, can't believe that's leading up to a move to London City Lionesses. I think I said it to you before we started recording, but it is always funny to me when players do these videos for clubs they're leaving after having spent so long there. And like, I always said I would leave when I couldn't commit 100%, when I couldn't give you all the energy that you deserve. It's like, so you're going to go to your next club.
Half-assed it somewhere else.
Kang doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I can rock up to the Lioness, that's fine.
I was kind of watching it and I was thinking, yeah, this career is amazing and Barcelona is amazing, but like, and I can see the reason for a move, and I think she can do whatever she wants. She's so good. But I was also watching being like, this is sick. Why do you want to leave?
Yeah, but she's just been there forever. Like, you just want change. Like, she probably wants to experience something else before she retires.
Like Bromley.
Yeah, exactly.
She wants to get on there. What train is it that goes out? Is it C2C? What's that train line?
I got the train from Stratford, but it was like 30 quid, so...
Blimey. Well, luckily she's
Hopefully
getting that big salary from Kang. Hopefully, we assume.
We assume. I am quite surprised she didn't go to the NWSL, but then I guess that, you know, she is such a competitor, and the idea of taking a team up to a new trophy.
Yeah, maybe WSL is more interesting to her.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
I guess the other big transfer news is the announcement that Bunny Shaw is staying a Sky Blue.
I love
What a
that.
way
I love
to
this
do it.
news.
It was so cool at the WSL celebrations, which was combined with the men's cups and Pep's goodbye. Everyone was there. Everyone was watching. And then she's just so sneaky about it. She's like, so...
Yeah, I will say, like, fair play to City. That day looked great vibes. I do want to know who knew, because I do think Alex Greenwood. It was all. I mean, all the reporting says it was basically like after the last game.
Yeah,
the seniors.
It was like this weekend it was all kind of scrambled together.
But I guess like it was in the works, and maybe it just wasn't fully confirmed, but they knew that it was going to come over the line.
I'm so glad she waited and City blinked. Because I mean, you could tell how much she wanted to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And if anyone deserves a massive paycheck and contract security, it's her.
Funny. Yeah.
Really happy for her. It'll be interesting to see where Chelsea go shopping next. I need to tell you something insane that happened to me at the National Football Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Last weekend, my girlfriend and I went over to Manchester to go to the National Football Museum, which was quite a surprise to see our team included in a bit of the archive there. Our grassroots team we were walking past, I was like, hang on, that's our name in a list of inclusive clubs in East London. But there was one bit where it was, I can't remember what the point of the exhibit was, but you got to sort of hold and sort of look at some of the bits of the archive more closely. They had a programme from the 1966 Men's World Cup final, and the museum employee was talking us through, and I was saying, obviously there's only the one World Cup for England. I'm like, and how many Euros has England won? Bearing in mind, I'm in a Liverpool jumper. I think you can safely assume that if we've come to the National Football Museum, we know a bit about football. You don't need to talk to us like we're children. How many Euros have England won? And we said 2, and they went, no, none. And we said, no, 2. And then they said again, no, it's none. We went, what about England women? Oh yeah, that's England women. You're like,
at the National Football Museum.
At the National Football Museum. How? I can understand.
I thought this was going to be a good story.
No, sadly not.
Shit.
Oh, that's so shit.
So disappointing.
Yeah.
Someone could be working at the National Football Museum
and think like that.
That attitude. Ugh.
I mean, a random punter or someone you bump into a pub, you expect that. It should be par for the course that everyone there refers to them as England men and England women. Yeah. And you don't. If somebody says to you twice, no, England have won 2 Euros, don't keep saying that's not true.
Oh, that's really icky.
Boo.
So it's an incredible archive. Like, I don't want to take away from the museum itself, because the archive collection they've got is fantastic, and some of all the stuff they have from like Lily Parr, from Dick Kerr Ladies, there's so many cool things to look at in it.
That's very cool.
But it was a bit of a, okay, that's a bit strange. Not sure about that.
The last thing is, I think also since we recorded, Chelsea have confirmed they're going to be part of World Sevens.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
And Myra Ramirez is in the squad.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is exciting.
That is exciting. I think she'll be great in World Sevens. She can just goal hang and smack them in. So probably perfect for coming back from injury.
Yeah, great rehabilitation. I also love that they have dropped their squad, and it is not blooding in the youngsters on this one. They are going full whack.
Because they have to win something.
Yeah.
That's all for Screamers this week, but come back next week for our last episode of the season, where we'll be talking all about World Sevens and the FA Cup final.
But until then, follow us on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at screamers_pod. Or if you're like Evie, then you can email us at screamerspod@gmail.com.
And please follow, rate and review us wherever you're listening right now, so we can reach more women's football fans, including crying out in the comments for Honour's Millie Bright impression. Bye.
Bye.